Alright, settle down. It's your girl, and you're tuned in to the only channel that's going to keep you from getting played. Let's get one thing straight. The Filipino dating market isn't a cute little farmer's market. It's the goddamn stock exchange floor during a crash. It's loud, it's fast, and the wolves are wearing lipstick. You think you're here for a romance? Tagalog lessons and a sunset cruise? Cute. I'm here to give you something better, a war manual, a step by step guide to not losing your mind, your money, and your dignity. I see you. 30, 40, maybe 60 plus. You're not a backpacker looking for a story. You're a man who's been through a war already, a divorce, a soul crushing job, a life of quiet desperation back home. You came to the Philippines for a second chance, for a warm smile and a soft touch. You have some money, some stability, but you don't have unlimited time. You're on the clock. Every decision you make from the moment you step off that plane at NAIA is a calculated risk you can't afford to lose. So pay attention because the rules are different here. A mistake in your world is a bad investment. A mistake here is a one-way ticket to the bottom. It's a family emergency that drains your bank account, a visa run that turns into a permanent departure, an emotional entanglement that rips your heart out and hands it back to you in a balut shell. These women, my sisters, my aunties, they are not playing. They are securing their bloodline. You are either an asset or a liability on their balance sheet, and they do their accounting very, very well. Think of it like this. You're at a high stakes poker table. The buy in is your self respect. Your chips are your time, your money, your emotional stability. And the woman across from you? She's been playing this game her whole life. She knows the odds better than you do. Every touch is a probe, every question a tell, every sweet I love you a potential bluff to see if you'll go all in. She's not just looking at your cards, she's reading the sweat on your brow and the desperation in your eyes. You've been warned. I'm not your therapist, I'm your drill sergeant. I've watched too many good hearted, naive foreigners get chewed up and spat out by this system. They arrive thinking they're a knight in shining armor and leave as just another ghost story whispered among expats at the bar. A cautionary tale of a man who bet on a pretty face and lost the whole damn house. I'm not here to make you feel good. I'm here to make sure you survive the game with your kingdom intact. So, before I give you the first rule, before you even get to sit down at my table, you need to ask yourself the most important question. This isn't about her, it's about you. What is your objective? Because your strategy, your moves, every single thing you do from this point forward depends on the raw, honest truth of your answer. Don't lie to yourself. Look me in the eyes and answer this one question. In this brutal, beautiful game, are you really here for love, for sex, or for survival? So, you've answered the question. Good. Now we know what frequency you're broadcasting on, and I can tell you exactly who is listening. Let's talk about the first and most common mistake I see you guys make, the one that paints a giant, glowing target on your back. You show up thinking you're the only hunter in the jungle. Look around the bar. See that guy? The one with the same haircut, the same sad eyes, the same desperate thirst for a pretty girl to laugh at his jokes? That's not your competition. That's your mirror. You're all just flanking for the same objective. And she sees this. Oh, believe me, she sees this better than you do. She knows you've been starved of validation for years, maybe decades. You're a man dying of thirst, and she's holding a bottle of water. So when she gives you that first drop, a sweet smile, a light touch on your arm, a compliment about how strong or smart you are, it feels like a monsoon. But it's not rain, Kuya. It's a calculated probe to see how desperate you really are. This isn't romance, it's reconnaissance. And you just gave her the map to your weakest position, your ego. This is where you start paying the hero fee. It always begins with something small, a leaky faucet problem, Her phone is broken. Her little sister needs a new school uniform. It's never a direct demand. It's an opportunity for you to be the hero she's been waiting for. You rush in, wallet open, thinking you're solving her problem. You're not. You're paying for a script. You are auditioning for the role of the provider, and you'd better believe there are other guys reading for the same part. She's just going to cast the one who gives the most convincing performance. Your bank account becomes her first line of credit, the one with no interest and no payback date. You think you're investing in a future, but you're just covering her operational costs. I watched a guy, a sweet Australian man, go from buying dinner to funding a sick grandmother in 3 weeks. The grandmother got miraculously better the day his flight left and was sick again the moment a new German tourist sat down at the bar. You are not her man, you are her fiscal quarter, and your performance is being reviewed. So you lose a little money. Your pride is stung. Who cares, right? You can recover. But you need to understand that this is just the basic training level. This is the tutorial for how to get played. The money is just the entry fee. And this is still the easy level. The next mistake I'm going to show you, the one most of you are making right now without even knowing it, that's the one that doesn't just destroy your wallet, it demolishes your reputation for good. The money is just the appetizer. The main course? Your sanity. This is the next phase of the audit, the emotional stress test. She'll suddenly get quiet, bring up some small, forgotten argument, or create a little ripple of drama out of thin air. It feels personal, like she's trying to hurt you. She's not. She's stress testing your emotional infrastructure. It's a game of ping pong. She serves a fast, spinning ball of drama, and she's waiting to see if you'll panic and smash it back. Your reaction is everything. This is where you decide if you're the captain of your ship or just a taxi driver. The captain has a destination, a schedule, a mission. A taxi waits to be hailed, its route dictated by whoever is paying the fare. When you react to her drama, when you get angry, defensive, or needy, you are handing her the keys and asking, "Where to, ma'am?" You've just told her your entire emotional state can be hijacked by the slightest turbulence she creates. You have no frame. You are a vehicle, not a commander. So she'll test your jealousy. She'll mention a persistent ex, a co-worker who is a little too friendly, or a text from an old friend. This isn't about making you feel bad. It's about seeing if you are the captain or just another passenger fighting for a seat. Reacting with possessiveness or insecurity is an immediate disqualification. You're telling her you don't trust your own value. A real captain doesn't get rattled by the sound of another boat's horn. He knows the size of his own vessel and the course he's on. The only winning move is to not play her emotional game. Be the rock. Your silence, your calm, your unruffled posture. That is the data she is secretly craving. When she serves that spinning ball of drama, you don't hit it back. You simply let it fly past you. You respond with logic, or with a patient question, or not at all. You show her, through your immovable calm, that your ship has a rudder, and it is not connected to her momentary feelings. This demonstrates your true maturity. You're not just proving you can handle her, you're proving you can handle yourself. This is the foundation she's looking for, the bedrock on which she can build her own security. A man who is master of his own emotional weather is a man who can navigate any storm. Most men fail here. They think they can win her over by winning the argument. But the game changes entirely when you realize you're not negotiating with her. You're negotiating with hope, and that's a losing trade every single time. Alright, enough with the war stories. You've heard the horror. You feel the paranoia. Good. That's the correct response to being on a battlefield. But I didn't bring you here to teach you how to hide in a trench. I'm here to make you the general. From this moment on, we are switching from defense to offense. You are no longer reacting to the game, you are designing the board. Think of your life as an airport runway. Not every plane that circles gets to land. You own the tarmac. This is your new operating system. It's a simple, four-step process. Filter, test, decide, exit. That's it. It's not romantic, it's ruthless. The filter is your non-negotiable checklist. Before you invest a single peso or a single second of your emotional energy, she must pass this filter. Does she have her own mission? Does she add value or just extract it? Is her life in order or is she a walking crisis actor? Be honest. The filter has no feelings. It only has criteria. Next, test. She says her phone is broken? Don't buy her a new one. Tell her which shop has the best repair service and a fair price. You're testing for resourcefulness, not just neediness. Then, decide. Did she take your advice and solve her own problem? If yes, she passes. You can grant more access. If she just comes back with the same problem, expecting a handout, she fails. The decision is binary. It is data, not drama. You are the auditor now, and this is the exam. And finally, the most important step, exit. Your runway is not a public parking lot. If a person fails the test repeatedly, you must be willing to wave them off. Close the airspace. This isn't about being cruel, it's about operational integrity. Your time, your energy, and your resources are finite. You cannot afford to run a charity for women who fail to meet your minimum standards. Your willingness to enforce your own boundary is the only thing that gives the boundary any power at all. This is the framework. Filter, test, decide, exit. Burn it into your brain. This isn't just another piece of dating advice. This is your new command structure, your rules of engagement. I want you to write this down, internalize it, because it is the checklist you will use before any takeoff. And you better have it memorized, because in the next part of this briefing, we are done with theory. We're moving to live fire exercises. We are taking this system out into the field, and you are going to execute. So here's the scenario, the live fire test. It's Friday night. The air is thick. She smells like jasmine, and she's looking at you like you're the last glass of water in the desert. Then the ping pong serve comes, fast and with a vicious spin. She leans in, whispers that her landlord is a son of a bitch and the rent is late, and in the same breath, her cousin is texting her non-stop drama. The sex, the money, the chaos, it all lands on your side of the table at once. Your move. You feel the panic, the urge to smash the ball back, to fix it, to be her hero, to pay the rent and solve the drama just to get to the prize you think she's offering. Wrong. You have your orders. Filter, test, decide. You look her in the eye, calm, and you don't touch the spinning ball. You say, "That sounds like a battlefield. What's your plan to deal with the landlord?" You are testing. You are not her ATM. You are her commanding officer, and you just asked for a situation report. Now, watch her reaction. This is the moment of truth. Does she get angry, pouty, or frustrated that you didn't immediately open your wallet? If so, congratulations, you have your data. The test is over. She failed. Or does she pause, maybe even smile, and start brainstorming a real solution with you? Does she see your strength as a resource, not for its cash value, but for its strategic guidance? This is the binary decision point. You are deciding if she is an ally or just another insurgent trying to raid your supply lines. If she fails, you exit. The night might end there, but your kingdom remains secure. The loss is a small tactical price for long-term survival. But if she passes, if she rises to meet your frame, you've just discovered something more valuable than a one-night stand. You found a soldier who respects a strong command. You haven't just avoided a loss, you've created a gain. You've confirmed you're on the runway, and you've just cleared a high performance aircraft for landing under your conditions. And this reveals the final, brutal law of this entire engagement, the one that governs all the others. A woman is not attracted to your money. She is attracted to the power that gets money. She is not attracted to your kindness. She is attracted to the strength that protects that kindness from being exploited. She is testing you for one reason and one reason only, to see if you are a man whose frame is strong enough to build a life inside. That's the real prize she's after. So let's recap the mission. Your operating system is filter, test, decide, and exit. It's not a suggestion, it's your new religion. These are not four separate tactics, they are one integrated defense system for your sovereignty. You no longer react, you audit. You no longer hope, you collect data. The leaky faucet, the 5-year plan, the jealousy probe, they are no longer threats. They are opportunities for you to confirm who is an asset and who is a liability. Your calm is your new currency, and you are the central bank. Think of yourself as a flower and her as the bee. You don't chase the bee. Your job isn't to fly around begging her to notice you. Your one and only mission is to become the most vibrant, resource-rich flower in the entire goddamn garden. Her attraction is not a prize you win. It is a biological response to your demonstrated value. She is not after your honey. She is after the fortress of strength and discipline you built that is strong enough to produce the honey. Be the flower, not the fly. This is the final, brutal truth. You can learn these rules, or you can be a lesson for the next man who will. The choice is yours. The price of this knowledge was paid for by the ghosts of expats past, so pay it forward. You want to thank me? Don't send flowers. Go down below and comment with the test you failed before you found me. Like this video so the algorithm shows it to another brother in the dark. And if you're serious, hit the super thanks. Keep the lights on in this war room. Now for your orders. In the next 24 hours, I want you to find one weak point in your frame, one leaky faucet you've been tolerating, and you are to cut it off. No negotiation, no emotion, just a clean tactical exit. You prove to yourself you have the discipline to follow an order, especially your own. Don't get played, get laid on your own terms. Stay sharp, stay sovereign.